Hello and welcome to today's lesson on the English concertina, and we're doing the old American cowboy song, I suppose you call it, Home on the Range. Again, this is a song that I learnt when I was a child and I've always loved it, and it was written as a poem first of all in 1873 by a guy from Kansas in the United States called Dr. Brewster M. Higley. I love that name, fantastic name. The music was by Daniel E. Kelly, and the words home, home on the range, they didn't come about till 1910 when a guy called John A. Lomax rewrote the chorus with those words, and those are the words that we kind of know today, aren't they? So it's a great song, and one that I definitely associate with a happy childhood and singing the song at school. I think the song book was called Songs in the New World, and it had kind of cowboys on the front cover. And I've got a couple of bits of technique here. One of them is new that I've not shown you before. So let's get into the lesson. So we've got 8 notes to play in all in the key of D major. So we're going to play an F sharp and a C sharp. The range of notes is from my wheezy old low A here on the left hand side, B on the right, C sharp on the left, D on the right, E on the left, F sharp on the right, G on the left, and A on the right. For the first time we're playing a note on the accidental row nearest the thumb strap, and that's a new bit of technique we're going to do here, because obviously so far we've used the first finger on this second row down, but we haven't brought it up to the first row. Basically, when you play like this with the fingers underneath the finger rests, finger 1 has 2 jobs to do. It deals with the top row of white notes, which is the second row down, and it also has to deal with the actual top row, which is all these black notes, all these accidentals. So it deals with this row here and this row here. And in this tune we've got notes on both those rows, so the first finger is going to be moving about a bit. Now if you are a player that uses 4 fingers and you don't put your fingers underneath the rest, then obviously you've got 1 finger per row. But at the moment I've still got my little fingers under the rests, so we're going to have to bring our first finger up when we play that C sharp. We're also going to put in a couple of little grace notes, a couple of little slurs, so we'll see what happens when we come to that. So these days I'm starting my tunes with the bellows out a bit. So this is a waltz. We're counting 3 beats to the bar, and we come in on beat 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and so we've got 2 low A's, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we go run up D, E, F sharp on the right hand side, which is held for 2 beats. We know that because it's got 2 cells merged together there. Then we've got D, and then we run down, and for the first time we play this C sharp note, which is an accidental. It's actually the first one we come to on this top row. So we use that index finger on that. And then on the right hand side we've got low B, followed by 3 G's on the left hand side, and then F sharp on the right, back to the G. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we come up to the A, which is on the right hand side, an octave above that low A. A, D, 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 C sharp, D, E. So counting 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I've gone on to the next page there. So again we've got that C sharp, and that final E on that page is held for the 3 beats of the bar that it's in, plus 2 more beats in the next bar, which is on the next page. Then we've got the same as the beginning. And this is different now. F sharp, E, D, C sharp, D, E, D, and now there, if you want to put that little mordant in, instead of just playing the D, play the D, the E on the left hand side and back to the D. Just crush it in, that's quite nice. Like that. And maybe that little surge and stop is quite nice. And now we're going to put in a couple of grace notes. Now, the last time we played is D on the right hand side. Now, going to come up and play the second black note along here, which is A flat. Use your first finger on that. And very quickly afterwards play the A next to it on the row below with finger 2. So normally we play that A with finger 1, but we need the first finger on the A flat. And you just crush it in like that. And then as it runs down, G, F sharp, E, do the same thing here, F to F sharp, okay? Finger 2 on the F, finger 3 on the F sharp, so these 2 notes here. So you got, and then a word of warning about ornaments, things like this. They can be a bit trying if you use them too much. I'm probably putting too many in just so I can sort of show you how they're done, but you know, don't do too much in the way of little mordants and trills and slurs. I personally think it can be a bit trying for the listener, but it's just useful here to put them in to show you how they're done. So, as I say, they're really crushed in, you hardly notice them. We've got that low A again, D, 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 C sharp, D, E, and then last page. On the end there you could do the mordant, again the D, E, D, like that. And what I do is I actually run up D, F sharp, A, so I'm actually forming a chord in stages there. So what I do here is I play a D, an F sharp and an A, forming that D major chord in stages, all on the right hand side. And then I put a D in on the left hand side to top it off, so I've actually got a 4 note D major chord, D, F sharp, A, D. So yeah, a bit of a struggle for me today. I've definitely got a few problems with this box. Some of it is my playing, of course, but there are quite a few things I need to get organised on this. I haven't got that A flat on my Jackie Concertina, so I can't show you on the other instrument today. That's why I'm using this one. But anyway, it's a lovely tune, isn't it? Good fun to play, quite a few bits and pieces in there, and maybe like me you remember it from your childhood. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.